Elden Ring's a fun game. It's a good game, and it's really forgiving too, and I love that. Last video, I showed my very long and hard trek to beating Margaret, and it was insane. And after that, I swore that after I killed him, I swore that I was never going to spend that much time on a boss, and I was going to improve. I was going to get better at the game. So, what I did was, right off the bat, I didn't go to the horrors that waited me behind Margaret in his castle and all that shit. I explored, looking for new weapons and new XP, and first place I went was south of the start of the main area. I found myself walking towards a very intimidating looking bridge, and the second I made it to the bridge, I was attacked by a huge evil ball of flame. I ran and ran as fast as my Tookus could bring me, and then I continued through. After that, I walked for just a little bit longer. Then I found myself in the middle of a battle zone. There was a fucking troll or whatever, and some demons that I also only see in my worst nightmares. But I continued on. I ran and ran. The guys barely noticed me. And then I found myself in a huge plain. And I was looking around. It looked pretty cool. But then I was attacked by an arrow that was taller than me, which is not ideal. And then I ran around a little bit, kept getting shot by that arrow. But then I found this cool golden tree, and I got a golden seed that helps me get more potions. It adds more health potions. And yeah. And then finally I found that evil giant that kept shooting the arrows at me. And I murdered him by playing footsies with him. After his death, I ran through the door of this very ominous building behind him. And yeah, the second I entered the building, I was robbed of my mighty steed. It was devastating. After finally making it to the super ominous building, I looked around. It was pretty cool. And I found an elevator. This elevator was to hell itself. Up at the top of the elevator, those terrifying demons that I was talking about before, there were so many more over here. And I think you can figure out how that went.
What the fuck? What is this? What is happening? Who are these demons? They do nothing. Oh, they do something! They do a lot of something! Ah! Ah! Help me! Ah!
After that, I respawned and came back and killed them all. Since I had so heroically disposed of them, I continued onward. On my way onward, I saw a boss who appeared to be sleeping, and I left it alone. I did not want to be its dinner, and I ran away. Then I climbed up a ladder to get to the second story of the castle, and up there, surprise, surprise, there were more demons, but this time they had huge-ass wings, and they really jumped me. But I fought through, and I killed them all, and moved on. I walked further, and then I found another site of grace on the corner of the castle. I rested there for a bit, leveled up. I was putting a lot into strength, and then I jumped down onto more castle rooftops. And I was looking around them, and when I was jumping roof to roof, I accidentally fell, and I fell into two weird goop monsters who really gave me a run for my money. And I fought them and then a bunch of other monsters. And yeah, I did that until I found another site of grace. At this point, I was kind of getting sick of using the katana all the time. So I decided, I wanted to use a more strength-focused weapon for a strength build. And I got this axe out that I'd gotten a while ago that I wanted to test. I dual-handed it, and I started killing enemies with that. And honestly, I like it a lot more than the katana. Then, after that, I found my favorite thing in this game. Another boss. But honestly, I actually did like this boss. Yeah, I did die like 8 times, but I did so much better than Margaret. I actually killed the guy in one sitting. The axe was super helpful. It did a ton of damage, and like it stunned him so he couldn't hit me back, which was really helpful. And yeah, I beat him, and I got this really cool sword that at this point was way too heavy for me, but I have a feeling that it won't be like that for long. After finally getting more practice with the axe and like actually getting used to it, I went back to where everything started. I went back to Limegrave. And in Limegrave, there's this knight. This knight, like, his name's the Tree Sentinel, and in the past, he has really pieced me up. I had a live stream where I fought him for, like, 2 hours? And I didn't win, and I got so mad. But don't worry about that. I went back to the Tree Sentinel because maybe I have a shot. Because I have a new axe, I've gotten better, and I think I did. I beat him in 5 attempts, and I did what past me couldn't. I improved. After finally murdering that evil Tree Sentinel, I made my way back to probably one of my greatest fears, Godrick's castle. I was about to enter through the front gate, but a kind man showed me a way safer passage through, and I followed it. And before I knew it, I found myself on this grassy landscape. It was nice, it was calming, it looked pretty cool. Until a bird with knives on its talons, for some reason, came and tried to attack me. But I fought my way through them and I avoided being bird food. Then I fought at the most unsafe looking staircase I think I've seen in my life. I started fighting my way through it. And honestly, I took them out pretty easily. And yeah, I went inside the building, I killed a few more people, and then I almost got blown up by another evil person, but I avoided it. Then I continued on and found myself in a very normal looking room. But when I entered this room, the door locked behind me and I got jumped in the most unsuccessful way possible. I destroyed him. After that, in the super normal room, I found a chest with a rusty key. And then for some reason my inner gamer kicked in and I decided to break every single piece of furniture in that room. Then, finally after taking care of the room's furniture problem, I continued and I found a door and opened it up with the rusty key. Well, that was what I was supposed to do. But what ended up happening was I got lost and walked around the entire castle and looked at every single thing again. And after a super fast 30 minutes, I entered the door and it led to a ladder. Also, if you see me holding like this huge hammer, like stone hammer, it was this weapon I found looking around the castle, and I tried it out for a little bit and it sucked, so I just got rid of it and it just became obsolete. The ladder led to the second level. I looked around there for a bit, and then I found this dark hallway. And I continued I continued through it. And then I found another enemy, and I quickly dismantled him too. I then walked through the archway, and I just took a second to appreciate how amazing the graphics are in this game. Then I walked to a set of stairs that led to a big room with a knight lurking in it, and I took him out first try. I continued up the stairs and explored the area, and then I found another site of grace. This site of grace was the last time I felt even a little bit calm for more than an hour, because this next section's enemies were brutal. To start, the first area had not 1, not 2, but 3 of my favorite knife birds. And they were already really hard to kill. But on top of that, they introduced a new mechanic. Them throwing explosive barrels at you. It is as good as it sounds. And yeah, that is just horrific. After that, what you have to do is you have drop down or sneak around to fight this knight and another enemy. And these guys are brutal. Together, they are like an unstoppable force. And like that knight, he was the death of me. But like more on that later. And then finally, the third part was there was this mini boss like right at the end that was completely optional. But I decided to fight it. And also, on the way, there's a lot of weaker enemies that I didn't have an issue with, but I still had some issue with. So now, what do you get when you put me, someone who is not good at the game at all, someone who sucks, and this lineup? Well, you're about to find out. First things first, that was probably the most editing I've ever done in my entire life. And I hated it. And second thing second, even after all of that, I didn't even make it past that part. I know it's crazy. All that time, all that pain, and I couldn't get through it. But whatever. I decided that I should just stop doing that and try to level up. So what I did was I killed crab after crab, and then I finally made it to strength level 30. Also, for those of you who don't know, in this game, to use certain weapons, you need like certain stat requirements. Like, for example, my weapon had a requirement where you had to have 30 strength on it, and that's why I went for 30. Now that I finally had enough strength for my amazing weapon, I made my way back to the previous section, and I got through it with ease, and it was really refreshing to not be constantly dying. And then I beat the mini boss finally too, and then I went through a small archway nearby. Through this archway was a grand room, and then near it was another archway or doorway going outside with like a billion other enemies. But since I had my amazing new sword, I like completely destroyed them. And then I ran and made it to another site of grace. Finally! Oh my god, it took so long. But that's okay, cause we're here now. After leaving the grace, I found a lever and pulled it, and it brought down an elevator. I went up on that elevator, and then I found myself at a pot people lair for some reason. Yes, they were people who were just pots, and they did not seem very friendly, and they looked like they were going to attack me, and they did sometimes. So I decided to kill all of the children and their mother. After that, I walked through the ruins, and I found my final site of grace for this video. I then rested, trying to relax before the storm. I walked through the yellowish green smoke, and I was met with this.
Mighty dragon, thou the true born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights. Well.
Oh no.
Alone tarnished. Playing as a lord. I command thee. Lord of all that is golden.
Okay. This guy is gonna be easy. No, dude. Oh god. It's okay. As long as we don't take as long as the last boss, I think it'll be fine. Let's just knock this out in like 10 tries, just easy. For the first time in like all of my videos, I was not being sarcastic. I actually did beat him in about 10 tries. I know it's crazy. I did use summons. I did like kinda scum my way through it because I had a super like overpowered weapon. But it is a start, okay? It is better than spending hours and hours on one boss. So yeah, here is my final attempt. What the fuck? What happened? Oh no. Fucking stuck. Dude, I'm scared for what's about to happen. I'm so scared.
Truest of
Please
dragons.
don't. I am not ready to
Lend me
fight.
thy strength.
Easy! Dude, that's so much. That was so much faster. I did it! Holy shit! What the fuck? Dude, I thought that would be. Oh my god! 20,000! What? Oh my god! Dude, that was actually kind of easy. I'm not gonna lie. But I did. Dude, oh my god, I did it. That is insane! Third time's the charm! I think that was my third. No, that was my third. That was probably my like 8th. But still! Oh my god! Holy shit, I did it! Oh my god! What? Yeah, I'm as surprised as you are. I somehow managed to do the impossible. I killed him without spending multiple of my days of my limited life trying. And yeah, that's the video. I really hope you guys liked it. I put so much time into all the edits and stuff, and I really hope you liked it. Dude, getting into this game and getting to this point, and then making the videos about getting to this point has really just been like a journey, and I am just happy you could come along with me. And yeah, more Elden Ring videos are coming soon in the near future, and thanks for watching. I appreciate it.